Welcome to this new Microsoft Flight Simulator update movie. In this movie, we're going to look at the latest additions to the marketplace for Flight Simulator 2020, the PC version. First one we're going to look at is from ORBX. They released the 74th Anacortes Airport, and that's in the Pacific Northwest. So it's created by an indie developer, Andreas Hedgie. Sorry if I pronounce your name incorrectly. Not too much details, but it's mentioned here that it's specifically for VFR flyers. It's full PBR, UHD texturing, and also some high definition rendition of photorealistic HD textures derived from on-site photos. And here you can see some of the screenshots. It's a relatively, I would say, smaller airport. Also, they worked on the outside, right? So on the ground vehicles. Review there. And that's what is included in the larger pictures. If we scroll to the bottom, we can also see some smaller pictures, right? We can also see the runway and some other nice things. So pretty nice. Then the next one is from Bravo Airspace. They released the A31 Hangar Bundle. So this is not a new package because the previous individual packages were already available, if I'm correct. So what this package will include is 34 liveries for multiple airliners, as you can see. So you can see France Star Airlines, you can see Hapag-Lloyd, TUI Hapag-Lloyd, British Caledonian. So a lot of cool things. And if we scroll down here, you can see that normally there are 3 separate packages, but they're now packaged. And as I know, I said it already a lot of times, you can see that in this case, the bundle is €5, while normally, let's say, an individual package is €5. So I would say, well, it's up to you, of course, but I would take the bundle because then you've got more liveries and you can fly with more airliners, as you can see. Then we've got Flight Sim Center. They released the Arvika Westlanda Airport. It's in Sweden. Known for its ICAO code ESKV or Echo Sierra Kilo Victor. It's located by the town of Arvika in Värmland. There are no regular flights from the airport, and it's mostly used by private aircrafts. And this is what you will get, right? So a small aircraft. You can see some ground vehicles also added. So also a nice one. Then again, ORBX, they released the EU British ISIL's Mesh. It's from an indie developer, Dmitry Krikonov. Adds it's the 6th installment in our series of terrain enhancements, right? So this is a terrain enhancement. And these were the previous ones, right? So Iceland, Alaska, Himalaya, and Central Asia, and South Africa. So now they released this one, which includes high resolution data for integrated to fill low resolution areas of default terrain mesh. They corrected spikes and throughs along them grid sections. So that's really cool. So now you can fly these islands with a little bit more detail compared to, let's say, the default installation, and remove that a little bit because it adds a lot of detail, as you can see. Then the next one is from Skytech. They released the Goodbye Handlebar. It's a handlebar. It's the latest product from Skytech. It will remove the handlebar, meaning you will no longer have to worry about it being in your way. And here you can see what they've done, right? So the handlebar is removed from the 787, if I'm correct. I'm not sure if you really want to remove it, but that's another thing. Then we've got MSFF Scenery Builders. They released the William Fairchild International Airport, Kilo Charlie Lima Mike. It's in the US, if I'm correct, and not too much details about it. It's a public airport. It's in Washington, United States. And here you can see some of the screenshots which they have added, including some passengers waiting. Some ground vehicles are also added, parking spots. So a nice one. Then down the list, the first aircraft, it's the MAL MX-7 180 by Heaven Designs and Jiba. So they both together worked on this aircraft. It's a 180 horsepower Lycoming engine It excels in short takeoff and landing situations, also known as stalls. So what's included? Accurate 3D modeling, accurate flight dynamics, PBR textures, custom EFB, electronic flight bag, external static object, as well as the two cockpits color options. And again, it's created, say, together with another developer, right? So here you can see the electronic flight bag, and here you can see the aircraft. Small one, but a nice one, right? Especially useful for bush trips, I think. Then the next one is from NZA's Simulations. They released the Milford Sound Region Airport, November Zulu Mike Foxtrot. It's in South Island in New Zealand. So what does it include? It includes 8 airstrips in this Milford Sound Region add-on with attention to the detail in every location. So these are the add-ons, right? You can see beach strips, but also some more sounds. You can see multiple helipads. You can see fully 3D modeled interior of the ferry terminal building and underwater observatory, as well as the same applies to the airport buildings and hangars. So 76 animated custom watercrafts, animated animal and bird life throughout the airport area. Biome enhancements to recreate environment to match the look and feel real life, and also some custom water marking. So they fixed the water. They also fixed the mountains and the custom fjord sea cliffs and beach heads. Uh, Also included is some other stuff, right? So this is what they added: 7 extra destinations. So several huts which are included, as well as some airstrips. So if we would look at this, then you can see that they really spend a lot of time, and it really improves the scenery, especially if you would compare it with the default scenery. This is really magnificent, right? So if you love flying in New Zealand and if you love to add more detail and more realism, then this is definitely a package which you want to buy. Then we've got another aircraft, the RAAS Sher 6 Sierra Coyote number 2 by Flyboy Sim. It's an airport where aircraft reads a single engine, 2-seat, high wing aircraft manufactured by RAAS Inc. So what is included? 3 different variants: the Trike, the Bush Trike, and the Tail Dragger. 12 different authentic liveries, high resolution textures, both external and internal, as well as accurate 3D models and animations, realistic flight model, fully interactable cockpit with functional checklist, sunshades, and GoPro cam, as well as realistic exterior and interior lighting, weight-based visibility on both the pilot and the co-pilot, and the rain effector included from Flight Simulator, as well as the analog steam gauges in combination with MSFS area nav system data, uh, autopilot capability, foldable map, fully functional circuit breakers, as well as the delivery paint kit and the custom sound doors, storage box and switches, and last but not least, a manual is included. So here you can see this one. Also, I do think that this one is especially useful for bush trips. And you can see that a lot of detail has been added to this one. So have fun flying it. Then we've got Campo Grande Airport, Sierra Bravo Charlie Golf, by Gear Down Simulations. It's an airport in the municipality of Campo Grande in Grosso do Sol. That's likely is in Brazil. Yeah, it's in Brazil. So that's cool. The airport is shared with the Campo Grande airbase, right? So you will likely also see some, I would say, military aircraft. It's fully developed and modeled with Flight Simulator, unique objects, textures, and lights, as well as the objects around the airport. And these are some screenshots which were provided. So also parking spots, radar. So nice one. Then CRZ Studio released the Shorts SD330 livery pack. As the name already says, it's specifically for the Shorts SD330. Keep in mind that this requires the aircraft. So if you didn't have or don't have the aircraft, you first need to buy that one. And then you can buy this add-on, which will add several liveries for the following airliners, right? So Deutsche Luftverkehrsgesellschaft, Guernsey Airways, Logan Air UK, and this is how it looks like. So also a nice one, but keep in mind that you need to have the SD330 because else, well, you can't use them. still pretty impressive. Then the next one is the same developer, but it's the short SD360 livery pack. This requires you also to have the SD360, so keep that in mind. Also for multiple, I would say, airliners. There's a free bonus livery, which is also available on Flight Simulator 2. And here you can see some of the screenshots, right? So British Airways, British Midland, Jersey European, Logan Air, Maersk, Mk, don't see the name there, and Aruba. So again, really nice. Then the next one is the Spitfire Mk V standard by Flight Replicas. So they replicated the Spitfire. It's of course an older aircraft, right? It was used between 1941 and 1943, at least. That was when it was manufactured. Single engine aircraft. You can see all the details over here, and this is how it looks like. And this one, from the outside, there are a lot of details, as you could see on the screenshot. On the inside, it looks a little bit clean, but that could be normal. I always like to see also some more usage internally, especially with these kind of aircrafts. But as you can see, there's a lot of details based on the pictures which they provided. Also, a lot of internal instruments within the cockpit. So, pretty nice. Then the next one is the Spitfire Mk V Tropical, also by Flight Replicas. So they likely is a special version of the aircraft. Also, the same thing applies here. A lot of details, including dust when you take off from a dusty runway. So also pretty cool. And as you can see, right, when we're going to the pictures, there are multiple liveries included. Then we've got the Techam P210 180 HP. So it's, I would say, created by Aerosax and your passport to pure aviation thrills. So if you love flying a different aircraft compared to the default ones, which are already included in Flight Simulator, this might be one. Here you can see some of the screenshots. This is the interior. So that's pretty cool. There's not too much details about what systems are included, but say, so I would look at the manual first before buying this one. Then Aerosoft, they released the toolbar Pushback Pro. Well, they already released it a while ago, but now it's available in the store. And you can use it to do multiple push bars or pushbacks, right? So you've got the automatic mode, both pushback and towing, and you've got the push car pre-planning, the manual pushback, the pushback audio, the Xbox support, virtual reality compatibility and compatibility with add-on airplanes, as well as several languages, which includes also the voices between the pilot and the crew. So that's really cool. And here you can see how it works, right? So it's a little bit the same as, say, as all the other add-ons, to be honest, which are delivering these kind of services. They have chosen to implement it like this. So if you're looking for a pushback tool, this might be one of them which you might want to consider. Then we've got Dream Scenery, which has released the VFR objects Los Angeles. So they released multiple VFR objects. So in total, with over 8,000 objects carefully placed throughout this region. It's in Los Angeles, of course, because that's what the name says. And it's compatible, of course, with their night enhanced products, which they released a while ago. And here you can see the details of that. And I would say, if you would compare it with the default scenery and then compare this one, then it's definitely worth the €8 in my case, if you love flying in the Los Angeles area. Looks like that they focus mostly on the industrial part. At least the screenshots are. But it's really amazing. Then we've got a similar package, only then in a different region. It's in Miami, Key West, and Fort Lauderdale. It's also a VFR package with 7,600 enhancements. So that's all for Objects 3. And also here they focus mainly on the harbor as well as the industrial part of the area. But also again, this is it looks really magnificent, right? So if you would compare it with the default scenery, then this is definitely an upgrade for that. Cool. Then the last but not least, it's the Zero to Hero bundle. It's a bundle which normally, I would say, costs you more than 100 euros. It includes 5 individual items which will help you, let's say, become a better pilot, right? So what's included? The FS Academy, VFR, the Navigator, the IFR, the Jetliner, as well as the Commander. Each pack contains 12 realistic and high quality training scenarios, total 60 challenging training missions. So it's pretty cool, right? So if you, let's say, would love to improve your skills, if you would love to practice more, for example, as a jetliner or maybe IFR or maybe as a commander, then you can buy this package, which is, I would say, graded on for Flight Simulator. So definitely will help you improve your skills. So that's where we end this review because we reviewed all the items, in this case 19 items. But before ending this video, I want to make you aware of the Eastern discounts which are there, right? So if you go to the list, you will see multiple items which are now on discount. For example, you can see the F-22, you can see the Concorde. So have a look at the store and select what you want, right? So also, I would say some airports are included. You can see the discounts are pretty high. I'm not sure until when the discount is. I do think maybe until Monday or maybe until Tuesday. But have a look at this nice stuff which is there in the store. And I would say use it in your benefit. Here ends this video where we looked at all the new items in the store for Flight Simulator 2020, or in the marketplace I should say, the PC version. Also, we looked shortly at the discounts which are currently available for you, which allow you to buy, I'd say, nice things against a certain discount. So have a look at it yourself and decide what you want to buy. Again, here ends this video. Hope you liked it. If you liked it, then click the like button. If you got questions or comments, then feel free to post them in the comment box below. And if you want to stay up to date about new videos I'm posting, then make sure that you're subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.